Hello, our roundup begins with the Super Cup to look back on, as well as the preview of the Community Shield. PSG beat Aston Villa 2-1 in the Super Cup in Salzburg. It was a close to full-strength PSG side compared to Villa, rotating several players. Feature Kvaratskhelia gave PSG the lead after cutting inside, but a John McGinn cross found Brian Maggio at the far post, and he hit the top corner to equalise just before half-time. Villa were holding their own, but Ousmane Dembele came out half-time for new signing Magnus Akliouche, played through Desiree Doué, who was being played onside by Matty Cash. Doué found the far post. PSG win another trophy, their second Super Cup crown and second in a row. The juggernaut goes on, and of course there will be tougher tests. Positive signs for Villa, as without some key players they did well. New signing Joao Gomes made his debut, while some youngsters got much needed game time. There was a lot of excitement about Maggio, who was signed from Metz in the winter. Maggio played for Luxembourg at senior level in friendlies, but switched nationality to England. Because of his Luxembourg caps, FIFA argued he was a foreign player and could not be registered until he turned 18, but Villa appealed at CAS and won, so he can now play games as an English youth player. Of course, a 17-year-old English striker coming through is exciting for everyone, and scoring on his debut against PSG is special. George Hemmings played his fifth game for Villa from the start, while Alisson played his fourth from the bench. It should be noted this was still a loss for Villa, and the question is, are they going to be plucky underdogs who challenge the Big Six and beat a couple of them to the European spots, or are they a team that challenge for and win the biggest trophies? And how do they achieve the latter? Two teams that still stand above Villa are Premier League champions Arsenal and FA Cup winners Manchester City. It's Arsenal's first game since becoming champions, and City's first without Pep Guardiola and with Enzo Maresca. Arsenal haven't made too many changes to their title-winning side, with Christos Solis and Bruno Guimaraes the main additions, and Leandro Trossard the main player to leave. Their pre-season saw a 4-1 win away to Girona, but then a 3-1 loss to Real Betis in Dublin, a 3-2 loss at home to Dortmund, and then a 1-1 draw at home to Como. A major caveat is that several World Cup players have seen limited or no use. Arteta's Arsenal have won the Community Shield twice in 2020 and 2023. 2020 was after winning the FA Cup in very different circumstances to today. The game was behind closed doors due to COVID, for one, and 2023 was when Arsenal had just begun to enter the elite echelons, appearing as Premier League runners-up because City did the double. Their win on penalties against City did not tell the tale of the season, which would in fact be City's again. How seriously will Arsenal take this, when fatigue clearly set in on a number of players last campaign? Do they use a rotated side, or is this their chance to reintroduce England starts like Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka and get them ready for the new season? Arsenal are champions for the first time since 2004. It's been a long road to get to that point, but the Gunners don't want to view it as the end of the road, as the culmination of their efforts under Arteta, but the start of a new successful period where they go toe-to-toe with the other top clubs for the biggest trophies, as Arsene Wenger did, or even dominate while other clubs are still in transition. City's golden age under Pep Guardiola now feels definitively over, as they were miles off the title 2 seasons ago, and when all was said and done, finished 7 points off it last time, while also not getting particularly close in Europe. Some of their most decorated players in Bernardo Silva, John Stones, Nathan Ake and Manuel Akanji are now gone, with Rodri likely to follow. Elliot Anderson is the big new arrival, a superb player, but no one is Rodri. Could it be between England's new midfield partnership to define the new era? Rice versus Anderson, just as you had Lampard versus Gerrard in the Premier League years ago. Maybe. City have played 3 games, drawing with Inter in Hong Kong before heading to Seoul to win 2 games 3-1. The first against a K-League All-Star team, and the second against Atletico Madrid. City also didn't use everyone, with some World Cup stars yet to get minutes, while Rodri, who is probably leaving anyway, is out injured. It's important to note that this is just the Community Shield and it doesn't reveal everything. Some might say it doesn't matter at all, but it is a trophy. Last time around, Liverpool losing to Palace on penalties was the first sign that something wasn't quite right with their big new revolution under Arne Slot. The game is at 3 p.m. on Sunday on TNT Sports and is in Cardiff's Principality Stadium, thanks to a concert by The Weeknd taking up Wembley. Finals in Cardiff will bring back some older viewers back a bit. So, as a Villa fan, how do you feel about the Super Cup? Disappointed to miss out on a trophy, but are you happy with how some of the youngsters did? If you're a PSG fan, do you care? And for Arsenal City, how much do you care about this one? I know Arsenal in particular struggled with fatigue at the end of the season. Do you want Mikel Arteta to just sort of rotate the team, not take it seriously, and save the players for the Premier League, which starts next week? Or do you want to go for it and get ready? And the same for Man City, of course. Are you excited to see Anderson? And are you excited to see how you do in the new post Pep era? You must be hoping it's not like the post Ferguson era on the other side of Manchester. And are any of you travelling to Cardiff? I'm sure it's pain for Arsenal fans who'd much rather it's in Wembley, but somewhere new for Man City fans who have seen Wembley so many times now, and somewhere new for younger Arsenal fans, of course. Anyway, if you're watching, let us know, and thanks for watching the video.